Friday. Today we're going to be finishing up our story about A Brave Journey, Part 2. So it looks like this. It's number 12, A Brave Journey, Part 2. We're going to find out how the medicina is going to get to the children in Nome, Alaska, who are bien enfermos. So let's get started. In 1925, many children in Nome, Alaska were very sick. Dr. Welsh needed special medicine as soon as possible. When the planes could not fly the medicine to Nome, 20 brave men and their dog sled teams were chosen to bring the medicine. Their first team began the long journey on January 27th. Like a relay race, each man and his dogs would take the medicine several miles, and then another team would take the medicine several miles more. Stop there. So, dog sled teams are what you see in this picture right here. They had a big sled with all of the medicina aquí, and then these teams of dogs would pull it. The man would stand on a little wooden, it's called a runner, right here, and he would make sure that the dogs were going in the right direction. So they began to travel on January 27th. It was like a relay race, a carrera de relevos. They would run and get to one spot. Then they would meet up with another team who would take the medicine, put it on their sled, and go until they met someone else. Let's keep reading. They had to travel. That's where we are, right there. They had to travel through blizzards, remember tormentas de nieve, and freezing temperatures. Some dogs died from the cold. One man's hands were frozen to his sled. Sometimes the blinding snow kept the men from seeing the dogs right in front of them. So it was like the nieve was making them ciego. Let's keep reading. Over mountains and across frozen lakes, so lagos that are congelados, the brave men and dogs raced. At last, on February 2nd, the last team pulled into Nome. The precious medicine had arrived. Okay, turn your paper over. So you're looking at this side of your page. It says, answer the questions and follow the directions. So you are going to answer the questions by putting a word in each space, a word from your story. A word here with one letter of the word in each spot. And I'll show you what it looks like in just a minute. We're going to do the first one together. We'll do the first two together. What kind of storm made the journey so dangerous? What kind of storm made the journey so dangerous? In Espanol, this is a tormenta de nieve. What is this in Inglés? Look for the word in your story and write it down, one letter in each blank. Okay, I'm going to show you what it should look like. Now I've written it in pencil, so it's a little light. Blizzard. Blizzard. So you have one letter in each blank. Go to number 2. What kind of teams were chosen to carry the medicine? In your story it says, teams. What kind of teams? Were they horse sled teams? Were they dog sled teams? What kind of teams? Okay, they were dog sled teams. Dog sled teams. Now, I'm going to not answer the next 2 questions. That's going to be your turn. You're going to answer the question that says, how many teams were selected for this journey? ¿Cuántos equipos para ese viaje? You need to write that out. Look for it in your story. Then, where were the teams taking the medicine? This is two places, the city and the estado. the city, then you have a comma, and then the estado. Now, it says complete the code to find out the name of one of the famous dogs who made this journey. So you have number 1, the letter that you have that has that number 1 right there needs to go in the spot for number 1. So that's a B. I know this is a name, so I'm going to make it a mayúscula. So B from up here goes in the space for number 1. Then I have from question 2, I have the letter for number 3. It's an L. Okay, L. So I'm going to put the L in the space for 3. And you'll have to find out the other letters from completing the next 2 questions. Let me know if you're struggling and need some help. Then at the bottom of your paper it says, how did the outcome of the story compare to your prediction? So this is asking you, when the story terminó, eso es lo mismo que usted está pensando? En miércoles usted escribió una oración diciendo cuál es su pensamiento que va a pasar en la historia. Were you right or no? So you need to tell me in a sentence if you were right or if you were wrong. That's all you need to do. Then you can color your pictures here for your story. Have a wonderful day, guys. I love you very much, and have a great Semana Morazánica. Bye.